Cher, Tina Turner, and Madonna. Well, they couldn't be here today, but we booked the next best thing. These are fabulous fakes. Men in drag who are about to strut their stuff. Now you decide how close they are to the real thing. And you'll also meet these two real-life tootsies, two married men who say their careers took off when they put on a dress. Today you'll find out why female impersonation is more popular than ever before. First, please welcome one of the hottest female impersonators around, Tandi Andrews as Cher.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that hurt you, and you'd stay. I don't know why I did the things I did. I don't know why I said the things I said. Rise like a knife, it can cut deep inside. Words are like weapons, they wound sometimes. I didn't really mean to hurt you. I didn't want to see you go. I know I made you cry, but baby, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that hurt you. If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you. And you love me like you used to do. If I could turn
She and Cher have actually a lot in common. The woman has no cellulite. Did you notice that? All right now, another performer from La Cage aux Folles in Las Vegas. Here is Kelly Michaels as Madonna. Kelly Michaels, everybody. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Fantastic. I don't need this. All right, Tandi, let me start with you. You were born a man, and you look very, very much like a woman. If you could turn back time, would you be a woman?
I don't really know if I'd be a woman yet. I don't want to lose anything that I've gained in my past. I'm not ashamed of, you know, where I came from or how I got here, but I have physically altered my body to look more like a woman's body, because I live like a woman every day. I don't live like this every day, but I mean, I do live as a woman every day, so my appearance is of a woman.
Did you always feel female early on when you were growing up?
I don't know if I felt female, but, because I don't know what a woman feels, so I don't know.
Good point.
I just know what I feel like a lady would feel like, and that's how I feel. I grew up without a father, so I really think that the reason that, not the reason, but what helped promote that was the fact that there was no male figure around. You know, it was only easy for me to pick up my mother's female habits, I hung around with her and her girlfriends. I mean, and that's not the reason, but it definitely helped.
You think it was part of the influence, certainly?
Oh, yes, definitely.
All right, well, now, how did you get started doing this?
Doing
this.
Cher?
Right.
Halloween.
No.
Well, I know it sounds strange,
Pretty
but
convincing.
I was already, you know, going through the change, and my friend said, "What are you going to do for Halloween?" I said, "I have no idea." He said, "I have a curly wig, and you have a leather jacket, rip up some jeans, and do Cher." And we both sat there in the makeup mirror and went, "Oh, it works." So.
What is the biggest challenge of impersonating Cher?
Keeping up with her. She straightens her hair, she curls her hair, she's wearing no clothes, then she's wearing a lot of clothes. She's a woman that really, I think she enjoys, I don't know her personally, but I mean, I think that she enjoys change, you know, and being in the limelight like she is so much, she has to. In order to survive in the business she's in, I would assume she has to change a lot. So that's the hard part for me, because just when I've established the look and really mastered what I think the look looks like, she changes it.
But don't you think that's more interesting that way? It doesn't get stale that way.
Well, yeah, but it costs so much more money.
Oh, I see. All right, good point. Have you had men, we had people in the audience saying, it can't be, it's not a man. I mean, have you had men throw themselves at you? You're gorgeous.
All the time. No, I haven't had men throw themselves at me. I was in a relationship for 6 years that just ended about, I guess about 7 or 8 months ago. So I really didn't have, going through the whole change, I never really lived a single life until about a year now. And men don't really, it's not the first thing they think of when they see you down, you know, in the shopping center or wherever they see you. They assume that you're a woman because visually you look like a woman. So in my case, if I'm interested in a man and we're talking and we're going out, I really try to not let it go too far before I tell him. Because, well, I don't mean...
Oh, and do you have a little speech? Just share it with the group here. I want to know what you tell them.
Speeches like, well, there's something I have to tell you. I hope you like me afterwards. But I usually tell them, listen, there's, everyone has a past. No, listen. I tell them, everyone has a past, and I really find myself liking you, so there's something I should tell you about mine. You know, and I don't say I used to be a man, but I try to say it, you know, there's, how do I put it? You're making me nervous here. I usually tell them that there is something in my past that they should know, that people go through changes in their lives, and mine just so happens to be that I wasn't born totally female.
Okay.
You know, it sounds better than that, than telling a man, hey, I used to be a guy.
Right. No, it's more diplomatic that way.
It might be easy for him to swallow, but I've only ever had maybe 2 men ever tell me, oh, I can't play this. I mean, one guy said, oh, that's a hardball, I can't play that game. Or, and the other guy just said, well, I'm glad you told me now before I really started to like you.
Uh-huh.
And the rest of them usually go, you're kidding.
I'm sure. A lot of folks on the floor.
Right.
Kelly probably gets a lot of the same reaction, I would guess, yes?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a little speech?
Well, I have a lover, yes. I met him 2 years ago. And I met him in New York, and he thought I was a girl. I was in a disco. And he approached me, and he was heterosexual. He had a girlfriend. She was beautiful, looked like Paula Abdul. And,
Gee, does anybody look average anymore?
Everybody's looking like everybody.
Well, he thought I was a girl, and I told him I wasn't, and he couldn't believe it, and I wasn't about to show him, but...
Leap of faith.
I said, you just have to take my word for it. And I kept in touch with him for 2 months. I went back to San Francisco, and I sent him pictures of me, not those kind, but just pictures. So, and he decided to come stay with me in San Francisco, and we've been together for 2 years. We're still together now, and he's my best friend. He takes care of me. He's a male stripper. He's a big guy, so he takes good care of me.
Sounds like a follow-up show. I'm not sure. You are also from a conservative town.
Alabama.
Was there ever any kind of problem when you started to do this in your family at all?
Yeah, there was a lot of problems. I went through school. People were like, are you a boy or a girl? I said, well, I'm a boy. And they said, well, if you're a boy, you're a fag. I said, well, you know, suit yourself. You know, I left it at that. I didn't realize what I was until I was about 17. You know, I didn't realize I was the way I am. But after that, I left home, I ran away, and because it was hard on my family doing what I was doing and being the person that I am. And my parents respect me today. They love what I do on stage, but they've had a hard time with their jobs. My brother had to change schools because he had to follow in my footsteps through high school.
All because people were intolerant of what you do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You find that too? People are intolerant?
Well, I find that a lot of people in our situation or similar situations, they run from their family for lots of reasons. One, because they're afraid of rejection, and they don't want to deal with that. And who wants someone to tell you that you're doing the wrong thing when it really feels right for you? So, and if these people know in their minds already that they're going to ask for their approval and they're not going to get it, then they'd rather just leave and not get it. I left because there is going through the transition, there is a, from male to female, there is a stage that is, I don't know what to call it except for an in-between stage, where I don't know if you really look like a boy, because at some point you have to start living as a woman every day.
Well,
that you mentally, now, yes.
Yeah, I'm totally different in that. I live as a guy. This is my uniform for stage.
So you see yourself as an actor playing a role?
I'm an actor, yeah.
Okay. But for you, it's sort of also part of your identity.
It is my identity.
Right.
I mean, this is the role here right now, just today. But living as a woman is something that I'm very comfortable with, you know. And I left and lost my family for almost 7 years. We kept in touch, but I didn't want them to see me until I looked like a girl, because it would have been much easier for them to accept and to deal with if I looked like a woman rather than, you know, big Arnold Schwarzenegger with a wig on, you know.
Right.
So.
And now you're all one happy family?
Great.
We love this.
I just moved back about a year ago, and I have 2 younger brothers. One is 14, one is 19, and the 19-year-old is in college, but he lives with me. And at first, the majority of his friends didn't know, and we kept it a secret, but I had done something that was going to make it publicly known.
Out there, right.
Yeah, right, known. So I asked him about it, and he said, let's just tell all my friends. And all of his friends said, well, I know her as your sister, so I don't care, you know.
I would think your families would be very proud of what you do, because you're both very good at what you do. And we're going to take a break right now.